Good day everyone, I am Teacher Elsie and our topic for today is about the science of life. Introduction. Biology or science of life, the study of all living things. Biology is a crucial subject where we can learn how it will affect our daily lives and the future. The biologists are exploring to discover and encounter new knowledge about living things. Our world are filled with a lot of examples of living things. Through our study of biology, we will come to appreciate life on Earth. This module introduces biologists as a human endeavor to learn about life and living organisms. The objectives. Explain the nature of science as a product of human activities and is a process of critical thinking as well as of doing things. Define biology and identify the sub-branches of biology. Identify the characteristic of living organisms. Design simple experiments following the scientific method. Identify some basic ideas about biology. The outline topics. The meaning of science. Biology, the scientific study of living organisms. Different subject areas of biology. Characteristics of living organism. The scientific method. Levels of biological organization. Major milestone in the histories of biology. Let's proceed to the discussion. The meaning of science. For you, what is science? Okay, science is commonly defined as a systematized body of knowledge. Tinatawag itong systematized because it has an order, unity, and organization. Knowledge, if it is to be considered scientific, must be supported by convincing evidence. So itong si knowledge, bago siya i-consider na scientific, kailangan muna natin ng proof or supporting evidence about this knowledge. So yun yun. Let's proceed to the biology, the scientific study of living organisms. Social science deals with the institution and functioning of human society. So itong si social science, ito yung scientific study of society and social relationship. Ang field nito is the economics, politics. Natural science deals with the physical and material world which is composed of living and non-living things. So ito namang si natural science, ito naman yung study of physical world, katulad ng physics, chemistry, geology, and biology. So ang ating topic is about the biology. Biology is probably the most popular and most interesting field of study as it deals with life itself. So, talaga naman napaka-interesting ng biology. Kasi nga, it talks about life. Para malalaman natin ang buhay ng hayop, ng halaman, at maging ang mga tao. Hindi lang ang buhay ng isang tao, at hindi lang buhay ng isang halaman. At kung paano sila kumukuha ng energy, at kung paano sila nabubuhay. The term biology was derived from bios, referring to life, and logos, that means study. So, biology is the study of life. It deals with living organism. Pag sinabi nating living organism, it is the living entity consisting one cell. Example is the bacteria. Or several cells. Example naman ito is in human. Kasi marami tayong different types of cells in our body. So, let's proceed the subject areas of biology. Botany. Study of plants, their structures, how they grow, things that impact their development. So, itong botany, study of plants. So, ang mga nag-aaral sa mga halaman is the botanists. They study the various aspects of plants. Example na lang nito is yung physiological process ng plants. Yung photosynthesis niya, at saka kung yung relation niya sa environment niya. Yun ay isang example kung paano ang botanist nag-aaral sa mga halaman. Let's proceed to the zoology. Known as an animal science, study the animal kingdom including the structures, embryology, evolution, classification, and habits. So sabi nila, ang zoology daw have a huge impact into our world because of the scientific study of evolution, anatomy, behavior, health, and habits of the animals. So, may mga different types of branches. Pero magbibigay lang ako ng tatlong example ng mga branches ng zoology. First is the mammalogy. Itong mga mammals, ito yung mga animals na kaya nilang magdala ng baby sa kanilang tiyan or sa kanilang tummy. At kaya din sila din ang mga hayop na nag-give birth. At tsaka sila din po ang mga hayop na nakakaya nilang bigyan ng milk ang kanilang mga anak. So, hindi sila yung mga animals na nangingitlog, sila yung nag-give birth. Entomology, it is the study of insect naman. And ornithology, it is the study of birds. Microbiology, study of microorganism, those being unicellular, multicellular, and acellular. The virus, bacteria, fungi, algae, etc. known as microbes. Pag sinabing natin unicellular or acellular, ibig sabihin to one or single cell. Ang example nito is the bacteria, yeast, algae, and protists. Pag sinabi naman nating multicellular, ito naman yung many cells or multiple, madaming cells. Ang example nito is inside the human body. In human body, marami tayong different types of cells. The skin cells, muscle cells, bone cells, and other type of cells. Let's proceed to the taxonomy. Classification of organism. System for naming and organizing things, especially plants and animals, into groups that share similar qualities. So first is the domain. Ang example nito is the fungi, prototis, plant, and animals. Sa kingdom naman, ito naman yung, dito naman nakalagay ang lahat, all animals, including the humans. And phylum, ito naman yung mga animals na may mga large phylum. Ang karakteristik nito is meron silang notochords at saka dorsal nerve cord. Class animal, ito naman yung mga mammals. Order, ito naman yung mga animals na kumakain ng mga meat or ng fresh meat. Family, ito naman yung family ng carnivore or ng order na kung saan ang example nito is the dogs, wolves, and foxes. The genus, sa example nito is the virus and Pantria. The species, ito naman yung kaya nilang mag-reproduce ng one to another, kaya nilang mag-reproduce. Anatomy and morphology. Structures and form of organism. In biology, morphology is the study of size, shape, and structures of animals, plants, and microorganisms, and relationship of their constituent parts. Ang anatomy refers to the study of biological structures but usually suggests to study the details of either gross or microscopic structures. Example nito is the first picture. Pinakikita nito or it shows the changes of the plant, yung changes ng size, shape at structures ng plant. So kaya ito tinatawag na morphology. The second picture is the leaf part, names. Ito naman ay ang anatomy, example ng anatomy kasi ito yung detailed. Ang katulad nito ay yung axle nito, stipule, petiole, blade, vein, and tip. Kaya siya tinawag ng anatomy. So, alam na natin kung ano pinagkaiba ng anatomy sa morphology. Ang morphology, it is the study of size, shape, and structures. While the anatomy, it is the study of their detailed or parts of or detailed ng mga animals, plants, or human. Physiology, life function. It is the branch of biology that aims to understand the mechanism of living things from the basic of cell function at the ionic and molecular level of integrated behavior of whole body. So, ito namang si physiology, ito namang study or inaalam nito ang normal function ng parts of living organism. Kung paano nga ba nagwa-function ang body natin, ng animals at ng mga plants. Yon, itong physiology, it is study daw kung paano ba dumadaloy or gumagana ang ating mga body parts. The genetics, heredity and variation. The study of how all living things, the characteristics and qualities of parents are given to their children by their genes. So, example nito is that, noong ikaw ay maliit pa, sabi nila, mukha mo daw ang father mo. Pero, noong malaki ka na, ngayong malaki ka na, ang sabi nila naman, kamukha mo na yung mother mo. So, ito yung tinatawag natin genetics na kung saan yung genes ng parents mo ay dumadaloy sa katawan mo. Yun, para namana mo yung genes nila. Ay, evolution. Change of species through time. Evolution originally referred to the supposed series of changes that a species was predetermined to undergo in the same way that an embryo is pre-programmed to develop. So, ito namang evolution, ito naman yung examples nung kay Charles Darwin, yung origin of the species niya. Doon daw tayo nagsimula sa Homo sapiens, Homo habilis, hanggang sa Homo erectus, and now, ganito na daw tayo, ayon sa kanyang theory. Let's proceed to the ecology. Organism and their environment. It is the study of how organisms interact with each other and with the physical environment in which they live. So, ang example din nito is this tree. Yung tree na to ngayon, kukuha siya ng energy from the sunlight. Tap as a food, as yung mga pagkain niya, yung para magkaroon siya ng bunga or mabuhay siya. And the caterpillar naman is nandun siya sa tree. Kinakain ang leaves at saka ang fruits ng tree. Ngayon, itong si caterpillar, nakita siya ng bird. Kakain naman siya ng bird. At if the bird die, ngayon, kakain siya ng mikrobyo or ng mga bacteria. So, ito tinatawag nating food chain. And ganito din nag-i-interact ang mga hayop, tao, animals sa isa at mga plants sa isa't isa. So, example na rin ito ang isang picture na to. These leaves are getting the energy from the sunlight and to the carbon dioxide and the water as a source of food. Ngayon, mag-release siya ng carbohydrates at saka ng oxygen. Characteristic of living organism. Living organism are made up of cells. So gawa tayo sa cells. Meron tayong iba't ibang different cells sa ating katawan. They grow and mature. We grow and mature. Lumalaki tayo at nagbabago ang structures ng ating katawan, ng ating body. At saka dahil dito, nagkakaroon ng division of cells kapag tayo ay lumalaki na. They need food as a source of energy for their activities. So yun, noong pag tayo ay nagutom, 'di ba wala naman tayong energy at kailangan natin ng kumain para magkaroon tayo ng energy para makagawa tayo ng panibagong activities or mga dapat gawin natin. Kaya tayo kumakain. So they respond to stimuli. Ang example nito is that lumabas ka katanghalian and then napakasikat ng araw. Ngayon, itong si mata natin masasaktan kasi nakakasilaw yung araw. Ngayon, para maprotektahan ang ating eyes, itong black part ng ating mata ay pinoprotektahan niya. Magre-react yan, mag-a-adjust yan para maprotektahan ang ating mga mata. So, ganun po nagre-response ang ating mga katawan or body parts natin ng living organism. They reproduce. Dumadami tayo. They generally have the ability to move by themselves. Gumagalaw tayo. Pati mga hayop at mga plants. A species has the capability to evolve or change through time. So, tayo, katulad nga sabi ni Charles Darwin, nag-i-evolve daw tayo. Pero, hindi lang naman tao ang nag-i-evolve, kundi pati rin ang mga hayop at including the plants. Scientific method. Science consider only what is observable by the senses and other instruments that can improve the senses as a way to understand the natural world. So, ito si science, kunwari si scientist, interested siya sa isang phenomenon or sa particular phenomenon na nangyari noong nakaraan or sa past. Ngayon, ito si scientist, magsusearch siya o magagather siya ng information about that. Magbaba siya ng books at kukuha ng mga reference para mapag-aralan ang phenomenon na yon. At pag nakuha na siya ng resulta, so yun, makapag-observe siya, yun, doon na lalabas ang conclusion niya. Observation can be made by any one or more or 5 senses. It can help scientists conduct various type of investigation. So, ang example ng observation is the nose, eyes, and ears. Example sa nose is, ngayon, ang nose natin, mag-observe siya kung ano ba ang amoy ng dried fish. At yung eyes natin, i-observe niya kung ano ba yung nasa surroundings natin. At yung ears naman, ay nag-observe siya kung yung tunog ng radyo. Kunwari, yung radio nyo sa bahay nyo, sira. Ngayon, ma-observehan siya ng tenga nyo na, ay, oo nga pala, kailangan na itong i-repair o paayos. Experimentation is done and where artificial situations are devised to test hypotheses. It can also be done in the natural setting called the field, studying the birds in the forest. So, ito naman sa experiment, ito yung situation na kung saan itetest na yung hypothesis o kaya yung kanilang guess. Tapos, doon yung natural setting natin is the forest. Ito ang mga birds ito yung mga ating pag-eksperimentuhan. Ngayon, kapag ang experiment ay na-attain na nila ang conclusion or result, kailangan, bago siya maging valid, is kailangan maraming scientists ang nag-study dito sa bird or sa topic na ito para maging valid siya. Basta pare-pareho ang result na makukuha nila. Doon lang masasabing valid ang experiment. If the different scientists obtain the same result. Science deals only with observable facts. Every science is based upon a number of fundamental ideas that have been verified by observation and experimentation. The summary step in the scientific process, which scientists use constitutes the following. First is the statement of the problem. Gagawa ngayon sila ng problem. Formulation of tentative guess and hypothesis. Ngayon, pag sinabi nating hypothesis, it is the temporary guess. Kung ano bang palagay mo ang kakalabasan. Ayun, gathering of data. So ngayon, mag-gather or kukuha sila ng information or data about that topic. Conducting an experiment using a control group. Ngayon, mag-experiment na sila using the control group. Pag ko sinabing control group, sila yung makaka-experience ng experiment. Reaching a conclusion. Pagkatapos mag-experiment, marireach na nila ang conclusion. Level of biological organization. Biosphere. Part of the earth that contains all ecosystem. Example is this yellow part is the biosphere. And inside this yellow part or this biosphere, there is an atmosphere which is the air, hydrosphere which is the water, ecosphere the environment, lithosphere is the land. And let's proceed to the ecosystem, community and its non-living surrounding. So, itong ecosystem, it talks about the place where the living organism live. Kung saan tayo naninirahan. Example na lang nito. Example din natin is this, yung pag-ong na to, nakatira siya sa dagat. So, itong pag-ong na to, ang ecosystem, ang tinatawag natin ecosystem is yung dagat. Community, population that live together in a defined area. So, ito namang community, ang example nito, kunwari, tayo bilang estudyante ng Inverga. Tayo yung population. And our community is the Inverga. At example na rin to is tayo yung mga tao. Dito tayo ay mga taga San Antonio. Our community is the San Antonio. So, population, group of organism of one type that live in the same area. So, ito naman, ito yung sabi ko kanina, tayo to. Kunwari tayo ay kasama sa population ng Pilipinas o bilang ng dami ng mga tao. Organism. Ito naman yung individual living things na kung saan yung fish, ang isang fish ay isang living organism. Ikaw na tao, isa kang living organism. Kahit ang mga plant, isa siyang living organism. Group of cells, tissues, organs, and organ system. So, ito naman sa group of cells, ito yung mga maraming different types of cells. Example sa stem cells, bone cells, blood cells, nerve cells. Pag sinabi nating cells, is the smallest functional unit of life. Na kung saan, ito yung, kunwari yung cells natin is the blood cells. Yun lang. Pero, kapag sinabing group of cells, ito yung madami. Marami ng different types of cells. Molecules. Group of atoms is smallest unit of most chemical compounds. So, ang isang atom, hindi siya pwedeng tawaging molecules pag iisa lang siya kasi atom siya. Pero pag itong mga atom na to or atoms na to is nagsama-sama, they are called molecules. Let's proceed to the major milestone in the history of biology. Andreas Vesalius published the first accurate and detailed study of human anatomy in 1543. Ang kanyang study is on the structure of human body. So, si Andreas, siya yung nag-study ng detailed or nagsabi ng mga human anatomy or body parts natin. Kaya pasalamat tayo sa kanya dahil nalaman natin ang mga body parts o structure ng ating katawan. Si William Harvey, first to discover or discuss the circulation of blood in the blood vessels to the heart in 1628. So, ito naman si William Harvey. Siya naman yung nagsabi na, or diniscuss niya yung blood daw natin, dumadaan sa blood vessel natin, papunta sa heart natin. So, So, ito yung blood natin is dumadaloy sa buong katawan natin, babalik sa puso, ganun lang siya. Yun yung diniscuss niya. Noong 1673, si Anton van Leeuwenhoek made a simple microscope to observe small organisms and cells. So, ito naman si Anton noong 1673, siguro yung interesado siya sa mga organisms or cells ng mga living organism. Kaya gumawa siya ng microscope para mapag-aralan ito or maobserbahan. Let's proceed to Charles Darwin. Published in 1859 his Origin of Species, explaining the evolution of different form of life. So ito yung sinasabi natin kanina na si Charles Darwin, yung theory niya na Origin of Species ay yung doon daw tayo nagsimula sa Homo sapiens, Homo habilis, and Homo erectus. At ngayon ganito na tayo. Pero ito ay theory pa lang niya, ito ay theory or haka-haka pa lang niya. In the midst of 1860, Gregor Mendel discovered certain laws of heredity and laid the foundation for the study of genetics. So ito naman si Gregor Mendel, siya yung nag-create siya ng mga laws about the genetics, yung mga genes natin. Ngayon, pinag-aralan niya yung genes natin, gumawa siya ng law. Pag sinabi nating law, ito ay may basihan o patunay na, kasi law na siya. Pero pag sinabi nating theory, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, ito pa ay wala pang katotohanan. Kumbaga, it is a, conclusion pa lang natin or parang palagay pa lang natin na dun tayo nanggaling o dito nagsimula ang isang bagay. Si Louis Pasteur developed his first vaccine against anthrax in 1881. So, ito naman si Louis, nag-discover siya ng vaccine dito sa sakit na to. Kung saan ito yung sakit na to, ito yung infection. Isa siyang infections na sanhi ng bacteria. Si James Watson and Francis Crick determined the structure of DNA in 1953. So, itong dalawang to, pinag-aralan nila yung itsura ng ating DNA. Tapos, together with Morris and Wilkins, nanalo naman sila ng Nobel Prize noong 1962 dahil sa discovery na ito. Analysis. What is commonly defined as a systematized body of knowledge? Who developed the first vaccine against anthrax in 1881? Who made a simple microscope to observe small organisms and cells? Who are the people who determined the structures of DNA in 1953? What is the study of plants? What is the study of animals? What are the 5 steps in scientific process which scientists use? Abstraction. The science of life is the study of living things. It helps us to appreciate the living and non-living things, show how important the environment, planet, and existing life. All of these are need to care and appreciate because all of these are connected to each other. So the scientists are exploring to discover and encounter new things that are hidden to our real world. They are observing, investigating, and experimenting to give us theories and laws which help us to understand the world. Definition of terms. Science. Defined as systematized body of knowledge. Experimentation. Done and where artificial situations are devised to test hypotheses. Biosphere. The part of Earth that contains all ecosystem. Ecosphere. Ecosystem. Community and its non-living surroundings. Community. Population that live together in defined area. Organism, individual living things. Group of cells, tissues, organs, and organ system. Molecules, group of atoms, smallest unit of chemical compound. Application. Direction fill in the table below. So, in the head, what concept did I learn? Heart, what values did I gain? Hands, how will I apply my learning in life? So, kung ako ang sasagot dito, what concept did I learn? Ang natutunan ko is kailangan nating pahalagahan hindi lang ang buhay ng tao, kundi pati ang buhay ng mga hayop and including the plants. What values did I gain? Kailangan may respeto tayo sa environment natin at saka kailangan may disiplina tayo sa sarili para mapangalagaan ang mga animals, plants, at saka including the non-living things, kailangan din nating alagaan. Hands. How will I apply my learning in real life? So, may apply ko siya kung gugustuhin ko. may apply ko siya sa pang-araw-araw ko bilang gabay. Kunwari, aalagaan ko mga hayop na ayon sa way ng pagtatrato dapat natin sa kanila. Ang mga halaman, kung paano dapat natin sila alagaan at ingatan. So, ganun ko i-apply. Mag-aalaga ka ng halaman at ang mga hayop ay tatratuhin mo ng ayos at mabuti. So guys, thank you po for listening and I hope na marami kayong natutunan sa ating discussion na ito. Thank you po!